Welcome to Geek Culture Channel at Amlab Studios. Today my guest is Zanele from the IDC. Zanele, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role within the IDC?
Okay, I am the head of the innovation department at the IDC.
Okay.
And my role at the IDC as head of innovation department is to look at and devise the innovation strategy for the IDC to make sure that we're delivering better on our mandate.
Okay.
That means that we're developing products and services to better service the South African economy as well as the continent. We also look at then how we collaborate with the external stakeholders, that's our clients and shareholders, to devise better products and services.
Okay. Can you just elaborate a bit on your external clients? Who are your external clients that you focus on?
The IDC funds amount from about 1 million.
Okay.
So we have no, it was quite a big amount.
Yeah.
So we don't do a lot of SMMEs,
Okay.
the smallish enterprises. Those would fall under SEFA, the Small Enterprise Funding Agency. That's our subsidiary company.
Oh, okay.
So we do the medium to bigger companies, yes, so to say.
Yeah.
But we cover all sectors, most of the sectors, and the only sector that we don't really cover is probably your real estate. Your franchising would fall into what SEFA would do, and then real estate we don't really do because there's a lot of funding out there with the merchant bank and your commercial funders. So IDC, being a development finance institution, funds where there's a market gap, and we know that with innovation there's always a huge market gap for funding for innovation.
Alright, so you guys deal mostly with innovative things like products. Is it only just innovative products? Does it have to be innovative? Is that your most focus area, since that's your department, your field that you play in? So is the IDC focusing mostly on innovation, or is there some element of development as well?
Our mandate is to do development finance and to fit the market gap. In other words, to play in the space where the merchant banks and the commercial banks don't fund. So most of our funding is more development funding, hence why we have offices throughout South Africa, and we cover all sectors so that we make sure that a lot of the entrepreneurs are getting funding for all sectors of the business. Innovation is a component that we do. So as I said, when we do innovation, we look at it in two ways. First ones, it could be a true innovation or pure innovation. In other words, it's like there's intellectual property assigned to it, and it's like a first
To the market?
globally unique, like a first in the world. And those would be funded by our venture capital or our SPI, support program for innovation, industrial innovation, that which we manage. So the SPI program would fund the smaller innovations, so those are real innovations, be it technological, science-based innovations. And then the venture capital would do the bigger ones, but also still first in the world. There are other innovations that might not be pure innovations, that might be the first in South Africa, but not like, you can't register IP or anything like that. So those then could be done within the other units. We really use innovation to improve ourselves on the way we do business.
Oh, all right. So can you just elaborate a bit on the innovation within IDC?
What we're using innovation internally for is to develop better products to better service our clients. So we're looking at how we can improve our efficiencies. Let's get the money out there faster to our clients, because I think everyone wants their money sooner rather than later.
You don't want anybody's money delayed, eh?
No, of course, every entrepreneur needs their money yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's one of the main reasons, and the other reasons is obviously making sure that we are very efficient, so that we eliminate any duplications and that the systems are streamlined and run efficiently, cutting costs, and looking at how we do business internally to better service our clients. Also, what we're using innovation for is to develop better products, because you must understand that the world is changing. With all the technological changes, with the cell phone and ICT changes, we need to make sure that our business also is keeping up and actually leading in that space.
All right. Any programs within the IDC that you want to tell us about that people outside can take part in or be familiar with?
One of the ones that we did run was an open innovation initiative with 10 tertiary institutions, where we're using the tertiary institutions to assist us to get business plans that are of good quality that we can fund. Because one of the challenges that we had was that we're not receiving enough business plans that are of good quality. So with that initiative, we're using MBA students as well as postgraduate students that are doing entrepreneurship. We tell them what our mandate is, and they can then devise business plans that are in line with that, and that we could then review and see whether they qualify. Why we did that was because a lot of those students, a lot of the MBA ones especially, have been in the work environment for a long time.
Got the exposure, right?
Yeah, so they've got exposure and experience, as well as also they get the formal training on what they need to put in. Because if you're loaning, quite substantial amounts in the millions, you need to be sure that the plan is well thought out, and that maybe some of the entrepreneurs have already started their concepts, so it's not necessarily completely new. But how do you make it commercially viable and bankable? That's a part that we would then look at.
Any success stories within the past few years that you can share within this program, that is, even though it's still new and fresh, but any success stories worth sharing around it?
Well, the student was at University of the Free State. She put together the business plan. Her husband had an existing business that was doing well in the Eastern Cape, but they, I think, were battling to get funding to expand it. With that, she put together the business plan. We reviewed it together, I think, with about 4 others. And through that program, we were able to give them about 6 million rands worth of funding to expand that business. So they were able to create a lot more jobs in the Eastern Cape and grow that, because they were doing brick making. And there's quite a lot of requirements for housing, a lot of purchases by the government for the RDP houses and all of those houses. So I think they had some contracts for building, and were able now to expand through that. And also we did a similar one with Soweto. We had a lot of entrepreneurs that entered that one, and were successful and had some media coverage, and I think this has propelled their business to the next level.
All right, so that means we're expecting a lot of more people, entrepreneurs coming out and taking part in these programs in the coming years.
Yes, no, definitely. And for us, the beauty was that we have entrepreneurs that were budding entrepreneurs, but maybe didn't know how to put together something that could be fundable.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of them, eh?
There is. That's one of the big challenges that we have in South Africa. And what we want, what this program is about linking the entrepreneurs with the financiers, getting a closer connection with them, so that they know what we want, and we can help them so that they can access our funding.
Nice. All right. The Innovation Summit. What is IDC's role within the Innovation Summit? What role are you guys playing in there?
We're the lead sponsor of the Innovation Summit, and we're very proud of that, because we really think it's always good as South Africans that we get together and talk about what innovations are happening. As you know, a lot of innovation is about hearing what other people are doing and exploring and expanding your horizons, so to say. So if you see things in a limited way, once your horizon expands, you can see more opportunities and devise better ways of doing whatever you were doing.
Yeah, and it's also nice to see what other people are doing.
Yes. At the summit, you know that there's obviously a wide range of people. Some will be talking about commercialization and the IP side. Some will be talking about the funding, which is the IDC, as well as the SPI program that we have, the support program for industrial innovations, as well as then you get to hear from others. I know that probably are also Tia and everyone else that is in the innovation space in South Africa.
So what can one expect from IDCU during the Innovation Summit?
At the summit, we will be having our CEO as a keynote speaker.
Oh, nice.
So that will be, I think, quite exciting for both us as IDC, as well as all the external stakeholders, everyone that will be attending the summit. And our CEO will be talking about what IDC is doing in innovation. Our winning innovations, I think the innovations that we funded that have been successful, and maybe also sharing some learnings on those that were not so successful. And some of the ones I think that have made highlights lately has been Lodox, which is an X-ray machine that was funded by IDC. And that very innovative X-ray machine, I think it's innovative because I think it has the time within which it can do an X-ray is shorter, and also it can do a full body X-ray very fast.
Nice.
And also the dosage on the X-ray, the harmful effects are a lot less. So the X-ray machine was showcased on Grey's Anatomy, and the doctors, they were blown away by the South African innovation. That's
South African moment.
Yes, about how we can change things in the medical industry if this is accepted and made and commercialized. The recent thing that's happened. But our CEO will talk about all the innovations that we do, both what we do as managing SPI, support program for innovation. We'll also be having the venture capital unit there. They'll be talking about what support they can do for innovation.
So for all those who are looking for funding and how to get access to funding, the VCs will be there.
Yes.
Nice.
We'll also have, I think, the pitching dens. We will be having people from the IDC looking at the pitches. That's the people that need funding, and giving input on how to better package your innovation so that it can have a better chance of being successful.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, one needs it because sometimes you think your idea is on point, only to find that it's missing certain elements. So if you have people like from the IDC who are there at the Innovation Summit to give you those tips on how to do it, I think that's really excellent.
No, I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, because that's what we do internally at IDC, as well as when we do open innovation. Because what innovation is all about is about collaborating to some extent, getting input from other people, the people that will use your product, to give you insights on how you can change it so that it works better for them. So your market acceptance should be a bit better if you've had insights from who your customers would be.
All right. So thank you for your time. Definitely looking forward to seeing you during the Innovation Summit. I'll look out for IDC. Hopefully they have some nice goodies for us. Sorted out there for us. All right, no, thank you for your time.
No, thank you for allowing us to come and share our sponsorship of the Innovation Summit, as well as what we do as IDC.